Less than a week after an emotional win over the Vancouver Warriors that saw the Thunderbirds improving to 8-1, the team is back at the nest for shoot-around. But not before a new addition takes to the turf for the first time. Future Hall of Famer Sean Evans was acquired by Halifax from the Rochester Nighthawks in exchange for draft picks earlier in the week. And this weekend, he'll make his Thunderbirds debut.
I'm glad that I'm here. It was an exciting move. You know, loved everything about Rochester. I think it was just that kind of that moment that kind of helped both teams. And you know, obviously, I wanted to be here and compete for a championship. And you know, I know the owner. I know a lot of the veteran players here as well. And I thought it was just a great fit for me. And I'm excited to be in Halifax.
Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise, probably the lacrosse world, but you know, Kurt and I have been talking about it for a little bit. He, you know, he's won championships everywhere he's been, MVP of the league. You know, he's a great feeder, he's a great shooter. So I think he just continues to add to the depth that we already have on this team. Again, we talked about it last week, where depth is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because, you know, with Keo out in COVID, we could input Sean, and it's a seamless transition.
I'm just trying to do whatever I can. If it's you know, grabbing a loose ball, you know, scoring a goal, getting off the floor, any way to make this team successful, to win games and to fight for that goal of the championship.
Beginning of the year, we all kind of stood up and said what we were going to do for this team. So, new member this week, Shawnee Evans. He's going to tell us right now what he's going to do for us.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thanks for, you know, opening your arms to me and allowing me to join this team. And you know, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help this team out. If it's a loose ball, a good pass, or a good goal, or getting off hard, you know, willing to help this team be successful as well. Any way I can. You know, I'm happy to be here, and you know, I'm ready to get going tonight, guys.
Hey, let's continue to evolve as a team, right? We say every week we want to be better than we were the last week. Let's be better tonight than we were last week. Okay, let's get after it here.
This week, the team will have games in back-to-back nights for the first time this season, presenting a whole new set of challenges. Up first, the Albany FireWolves, who handed the Thunderbirds their only loss of the year in late January.
We're a lot different team than we were back then. You know, we're really starting to try and find our way, and we know it's a marathon as a season, right? And in every game you have to look at what you did good and what you did bad. We started out really slow, we weren't shooting well, and then once you have that slow start and you're not shooting well, you know, good things never come of it. And you know, guys are taking shots that they shouldn't have been taking. We were forcing things. So, you know, we're a lot more settled in where we're at, and I think our offense is really starting to click now.
For us, we've never really played, since I've been in the league, played New England or Albany very well. I think we have had one win over my first 5 years, and talking to Jammer, he's always said the same thing. They've kind of been the team that always has our number, so definitely a little emphasis on the game, but it's just like any other game, right? We definitely want to right that wrong, but at the same time, it's just another game.
First game's all about just you know, making sure that we're ready to go for tonight. We've got to focus on one game at a time. You know, if we look past these guys, they're going to beat us again. So it's up to us to keep the momentum going on our own. And we focus about the second game after. Yeah, behind. How am I going to score without Jameson? Same as how you score on any goal. You shoot the ball in the back of the net. You know, it's not a complicated thing. Some days you're more on than others, but you shoot the ball in the back of the net.
Halifax gets set to play in front of a restricted crowd of 5,000 at the Scotiabank Centre, and a restricted crowd for the last time this season.
It's like redemption, right? To have a little pride in who we are and what we can do here. Let's get ready. Birds on three. 1, 2, 3. Fire!
After a quick break, the boys are back at the nest, preparing for battle. The Thunderbirds need a hot start against the FireWolves after only having scored one goal in the first half of their last game against Albany.
boys, I don't know what really needs to be said that hasn't been said already. But I can tell you one thing, when we fucking lost, I fucking circled this date on my calendar. Right? We're a different fucking team than we were back then. But tonight, we all need to fucking make a commitment to each other. Commit to fucking doing all the little things, commit to fucking hard work, commit to the fucking game plan, commit to each other. We all do that, boys. We go home happy. Let's get it done.
It is Albany who gets on the board first. Joe Resetarits puts the FireWolves up 1, a goal that stands as the only one in the first quarter. The FireWolves keep it coming. Andrew Q finds the back of the net in the second quarter, putting the FireWolves up 2.
We're kind of getting in the middle, hanging out in the middle. We got to get in and get out.
Time for the Thunderbirds to wake up and get the crowd in it. Austin Shanks sparks the offense. And Chris Boucher scores a phenomenal goal off of a feed from Clark Peterson. Thunderbirds have life. Now on the power play, a 3-3 game. Cody Jamieson rips a shot from up top. Play continues briefly before it's blown dead.
I think it went in.
After review, it's called a goal. And Halifax takes their first lead of the game. The team would take a 5-4 lead into half, sitting in a much better position than they were in the first meeting between the two clubs.
We're wearing them down. We're leaning on them. This is where we have to up a little bit, and we can take over the game.
Great half, right? Defensively, we're really strong. Offensively, we're getting great looks. Okay, they're all going to start to fucking bury. Okay, again, we talked about that before the game, commitment to it, right? Let's stick with it. Keep working hard. They cannot keep that fucking pace for the next 30 minutes. Okay? Stick with it here, boys. Right? 30 minutes, nothing. Let's get the fucking job done.
Back out for the third, looking to inch closer to victory. But again, it's Albany who comes out strong. The FireWolves score 3 straight, including a pair of short-handed goals from Charlie Kitchen. It's now 7-5 with 15 minutes to go. One last push. Peterson takes the Jamieson feed and puts it home with authority. The clock ticks. With 19 seconds left, Kyle Jackson scores, and there may be an opportunity for the Thunderbirds to tie it if Jake Withers is able to win the draw and push it to the offense. FireWolves drawman Joe Nardella appears to jump on the draw. Thunderbirds not given possession. Albany kills the clock, and the FireWolves take it an 8-7 final. Being shut out in 2 of 4 quarters and surrendering 3 shorthanded goals is just not a recipe for success.
It's hard not to be hard on yourself at those situations, right? Especially being on the back defensive end, the back end of that. Like, we can't let that happen.
We have to have like just kind of a quick talk about putting that full 60 minutes in. That's basically it. It's like, hey, let's learn from the mistakes we made. Let's make sure we put a full 60 in the next game here.
It is tough, but at the same time, it's a blessing in disguise because we do have to switch our focus right away, and we can't dwell on the past. What happened, and we have to play Georgia, so that's our main focus, and I think it's a good opportunity to make a step forward.
The team has a flight to catch at midnight en route to Atlanta. The boys load the bus, eventually arriving at the gate, managing to watch a quarter of the San Diego Seals game against the Saskatchewan Rush. A storm that hits the northeast threatens to make things a bumpy ride for the Thunderbirds.
Oh, I thought we were going down. I thought the Thunderbirds were hitting the ground there.
I think that was top 3 worst for me. Didn't sleep a wink.
I feel like I got used to the turbulence that lasted so long, so when there wasn't turbulence, I would wake up.
It's cradling us like a baby, back and forth and up and down and everything else like that. But hey, I was very happy to step off the plane once it finally landed.
Crisis is avoided, but the Thunderbirds arrive in Georgia at 5:30 a.m. With the game against the Swarm just over 12 hours away, some shut-eye is much needed. Running on about 5 hours of sleep, the team meets for lunch. And while exhaustion has set in,
Court is in session.
it doesn't stop a heated kangaroo court.
Bats didn't write that on the piece of paper.
Good argument. You're getting fined, Pee-wee. $10 now. Pee-wee, $10.
He came out strong, but we got up to probably about like $400 in fines now this year, plus $750 from last year. So.
Team party at the end of the year is usually what it goes to. So all the money collected will go to like a team party at the end of the year. Sometimes we all pick a charity and we give it to a charity if there's not time for a team party or anything. All the money that we collect during Kangaroo Court goes to a good cause.
After a game and a tough night of travel, some assistance with recovery is key.
That definitely is, this is a great organization to be a part of, and not many other organizations that I can say are heard of doing something like that for their players, and it was definitely very helpful and key, and it made you feel like a professional, and it makes you want to be here, makes you want to perform your best with just incentives like that, right? Like,
it was different from Rochester to here. You know, we had IV bags after the game and before the game of the back-to-back weekend, where I got the IV in me and got hydrated.
It's just ready to go. No.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Very good, very nice.
Focus now shifts to game time. The boys arrive at Gas South Arena in Duluth, Georgia, for their second meeting of the season against the Swarm. Back in February, the Thunderbirds took down the Swarm 15-10, and now it's Georgia who will be looking for revenge.
Just putting some fresh young legs in, and Nunzi's going to go in out the back door. He's going to push in training, stay on offense, and give us a little bit of a push, big body to push around their D, and just give us a little bit of a fresh kick up front. So
no changes on defense, nothing drastic. One little Nunzi on D, a little tranny, but basically no major changes defensively.
I don't have too much to say that hasn't already been said. Discipline, effort, and trust. Let's get the
Georgia gets to the Thunderbirds first, and the teams trade goals back and forth throughout the first, in a game that looks like it's shaping up to be an offensive affair. The Thunderbirds trail 8-5 at half, and a much stronger effort is needed in the remaining 30 of the game.
We're kind of coming into games and sort of feeling out teams, like, how hard do they want to work before we decide to kind of match that?
the only way we're going to change it is just through hard work and being prepared and chipping away, right? Like, there is no magic potion or magic play or speech that's going to get us fired up and make us start on a whistle. Everybody's got to look themselves in the mirror and be ready to go as soon as that whistle blows.
Everybody over here. That wasn't our fucking best half. Right? And we can all sit here and we can all fucking talk about it. What went wrong? It doesn't fucking matter. It's nothing. Me. Defense. Are you fucking that tired that you can't fucking shoot out and fucking play the defense that we fucking play? Offense, are you not fucking... Are you too tired to fucking get around and get over top of guys and fucking swing the ball? So we all gotta fucking dig down. You got 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left to fucking make this weekend happen. Get it fucking done. Go.
Lyle Thompson, who the Thunderbirds did a great job of containing in their first meeting of the season, can't be stopped in this one. He puts the Swarm up 9-5 in the third quarter, while Mike Poulin shuts the door, keeping Halifax off the score sheet. A late push is needed again. 15 minutes left. Boucher puts 2 home, and just like that, the Thunderbirds are back in it. Down by 2 with over 10 minutes left. But Poulin and the Swarm defense stand tall. Halifax is held off of the score sheet until a late marker from Peterson has his team within 1. A tying goal is within reach. One last attempt to tie it with the clock ticking ticking down, moving fast once again. No luck. 9-8 is the final after a valiant effort in the final quarter. The Thunderbirds suffer back-to-back losses, losing ground in the East Division, falling to 8-3.
Well, we keep saying, and Mikey preaches all day, we need a full 60 minutes. You know, we don't need 30 minutes, 40 minutes, we need a full 60. And that just comes with urgency. You know, I think sometimes the guys get a little complacent, and then you get behind, and then guess what, now you're urgent, right? And we're a team that, especially defensively, we need to be playing with the urgency. We need to be out there dictating, and when we don't, you know, they score as many 5-on-5 goals as they did.
No good story is complete without conflict and resolve, and this team continues to write their tale. Halifax will have a chance to regroup with a bye week, the team's first weekend off since early January. The following weekend, the Thunderbirds will go head-to-head with the first-place Buffalo Bandits, now 9-1 in a home-and-home.
I think we all had that weekend marked on our calendars, and we know it's going to be a big test. And I think we have something to prove. They're playing really well right now, and I think if we can get them in Buffalo, Halifax, I think that'll say a lot about our team.
It's a huge weekend because, you know, it's 2 games and we just lost 2 games. Right? I don't really look at it as it's a huge weekend because it's Buffalo. But yeah, no, it's huge. Like, you know, we don't want to go down, lose 4 in a row or 3 in a row. So it's a big game, and they're one of the best in the league, and we think we are as well. So, you know, 2 top teams going at it. I look forward to the challenge.
2 cities, 2 games in just over 24 hours. A weekend that will present the biggest challenges of the team's season thus far.